First of all, I think that candor is a part of leadership, and that if you are going to be a leader, you have to be frank, you have to be honest, you have to demonstrate through your words and your actions integrity, and of course that's all part of candor itself, because if you're a leader, in my book, you are focused on people, and what you want to do is you want to inspire them to come and work with you, you want to inspire them to achieve more than their normal daily toll, pushing towards some kind of vision or a great mission or purpose, and most importantly, you want to inspire them to get up in the morning and come to work with you and bring not only the body for which you are probably paying, but bring their mind also, because that is the most powerful part. And these are smart young men and women, young meaning anywhere from 17 to 60 years old, and they know what's going on around them. They will understand if you are being honest and frank and clear with them. You will have credibility with them. They will continue to want to follow you, and as a result, you will be more successful than any other competitor out there, because that group will work with their mind to accelerate, to achieve, to overcome any obstacles in their path and get done whatever it is that you need done. It's not difficult, I found, to create a culture of candor, of frankness, of honesty, of straightforwardness in an organization, because you are talking about a group of people, and if the leader is focused on people, the first thing you know them. And so they start to have confidence in who you are as a leader, and you start to have confidence in who they are as the people that you're going to work with. Well, I disagree somewhat with the principle that it can be difficult to achieve. I've never found it that way. I always try to deal with people as mature, responsible adults, equal to me in every respect, despite the fact we might have had difference in rank levels in the military or different parts in an organization outside of that. And I just found if I treated them as mature, responsible adults, in fact, treated them the same way I would like to be treated myself, that we actually were candid with each other, we were frank with each other. My dad told me long ago that if you never lie, you never have to remember anything. And you know, and that way I remembered that, and so what I started doing all the time was just saying things exactly as I believe them. You can't be more frank and honest than that. But there are times when being frank and honest and forthright does come back and cause some folks to get their nose out of joint, people to attack you, people to disagree with you vocally, and causes some vitriol in today's age, certainly. I found that several times. You know, once I called the people who killed innocent Afghans, who killed many American soldiers, who killed many Canadian soldiers, I called them scumbags. And that I thought was very frank, and that's what I felt, and I thought it was appropriate to say. The instant blowback was negative in the extreme. There were thousands of letters to the prime ministers. There were members of parliament who were calling for my head on a block or for my resignation. The media was hounding us, etc. That lasted for about 2 days, when the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense went with me to say farewell to some troops leaving Edmonton for Afghanistan, and they got an earful about how it's the first time in their memory that they actually had a leader as Chief of Defense Staff, and why didn't we do this before, and what an incredible thing it was to have. And all of a sudden, in that context, the dynamic changed. The government now sort of started supporting me. I had credibility with them. They knew I wasn't going overboard on it, and it came out a very positive thing. Equally, in fact, I said at a meeting of journalists that our job in the Canadian Forces was to kill people. And it caused a huge backlash, again, from many of the same people in the media. And I was astounded, because I wondered what those people thought we were doing with the billions of dollars of equipment and weapons and ammunition and training, except getting ready to kill people, which an armed forces job is to do. However, we had much the same reaction across most of the country, from folks who were thinking this thing through, from former soldiers, from folks who are in the military right now, and from members in government and journalists who talked to those soldiers and sailors and airmen and airwomen, that they said, yeah, it's obvious. This is what we train to do. We can do anything less than that. That's obviously very positive too, but we can do that. Absolutely right. He's a leader who's been frank and honest, and this is a good thing. Well, the first thing I would tell young leaders coming into the world, the market, if you will, is decide what you want to be. Do you want to be a visionary leader who's actually going to go out there and make a difference in life, not just be born Rick Hillier, grow up Rick Hillier, and die Rick Hillier, but be part of something greater in life and help change the world, start by changing your neighborhood, changing the region, change the province, change the country, and therefore change the world? Do you want to be that visionary leader, or do you want to be a transactional manager where you let everything go on around you, you occupy a position, but really don't change anything, don't do anything good? And if you want to be the former, you have to inspire people. And in order to inspire people, you have to be frank and honest with them. They have to have confidence in you. You have to have credibility with them, and therefore you have to be candid with them. And you need to learn the great times when you can be candid, how much you can be, and what kind of blowback you will get from that, whether it's a negative or a positive thing. And again, I would go on and say some of the things I had said before. To lead with candor, surround yourself with people who are not yes men, not yes women. Surround yourself with people who actually think differently from you and can bring different solutions to a problem, and make yourself listen to them. Talk to your organization, to the people in it, about the fact that you want them to challenge you. And yes, you want it done appropriately, but make that point out there. And then above all, make sure that you align your vision, your plan, your actions, your words, your values, and your principles, so that whatever you do across that spectrum, it all comes out the same, to say that you support powerful leaders who lead with frankness and honesty and candor.